Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Stamp It Up with Jamie. I'm happy to be here with you tonight. Whether you're catching this live, on replay, on my YouTube channel, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the tutorial for tonight. I'm using brand new product that I just got this weekend. I cracked them open and got some ink on them, so it's super exciting. Always to have new product. This is product that you're gonna find in the let's see here, they changed the name, the January to June 2020 mini catalog. This will come out for you in January. And hold on, there we go. I realized I didn't have my catalog on here. I can show you the cover if you haven't seen it yet. I can't show you anything on the inside. It's full of lots of pretty things. Hi, Terry. Good evening, Michelle. If you are a customer of mine and have placed an order within the past year, I will automatically be mailing these out to you like mid-December or so. And if you would like to receive one and you're not a customer of mine, certainly let me know, and I'd be happy to pop one in the mail to you just as soon as I get them in and able to. So, okay. So tonight's card uses two brand new stamp sets to the mini catalog. That's what I'm just going to call it because it's easier. The first is the Meadow Stamp Set. This is full of stamp of images, and I did kind of very last minute put like a guessing game, so to speak, out on my Facebook page here as to how many how many stamps or images do you think I use in today's card? So there it is. So you have like another 2 seconds or 3 seconds or so to make a guess. And I don't know, I'll pop something in the mail for the winner. Whoever can guess how many from this stamp set here from My Meadow, how many of these images do I use in today's card? You can't make the guess at the end of the video. You have to make it now because that's cheating otherwise. You could just count along with me. Amy says 17. I think I saw Michelle said 8. Oh, she said 5. So guess away if you'd like. This, you're going to notice this one doesn't come with any sentiments, so you are going to have to add something to it. And I'm using another brand new stamp set to the mini catalog, and it's the Peaceful Moments stamp set. Great sentiments. I like that there's a sympathy one because it can be challenging to find a nice sympathy card. Hold on, I am following along, I promise, I think. I could easily have missed you guys guessing. Okay, I'm good. Keep going. No one's guessed it yet. I like that it covers a variety of occasions, and I loved the script. I think it's a very beautiful font that they have here, and I love a good thank you. I love a good congratulations. Tonight we're using this one up here, the Life is Better with a Friend Like You. Just a very sweet sentiment. I think it's, I think I like it. I like sending just because cards, as I said before, and I think a friend that gets this one will really enjoy it. So no one's guessed it yet. You've kind of danced around it, but no one's guessed it. So I use a lot. Let's see how many are on here, because I think it says 24. There's 24 images all together on this stamp set. So I use a lot of them. And here's the thing, I don't have blocks for all of them. So I have my, what's this thing called? You know, the cleaner mat next to me, and I'm going to have to clean as I go along. Okay, so let's get started tonight. Nope, I don't think anyone's guessed it. I should have told someone ahead of time to be watching for the number. Hold on, let me look back quickly. Nope, no one said it. You've all have kind of danced around it. There we go. Lynn got it. 13. Lucky 13. Yes, I use 13 different images on tonight's card. So that's a lot of stamped images. Oops. Let me just show you my color palette. I'm using a slew of colors. This is so unlike my style, but a lot of them are kind of hidden and not necessarily like the focal color. These are the colors that I'm playing with. Primarily, it's mostly these three that are kind of jumping out at you. The Calypso Coral isn't stamped anywhere, but I did use it as kind of like the background color. I thought it added nice contrast. And I didn't want to just go with Granny Apple Green or Pool Party. I did really want to add a contrasting color. So that was my kind of thought process behind picking the Calypso Coral as a background. Lisa, oh my. I know, oh my. Exactly, I totally agree. It's a lot. Okay, so I'm starting off with Calypso Coral. Karen's in shock. I know, I'm usually a 3-color girl. I know, it's crazy. Calypso Coral cardstock. This is our 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Kind of the landscape. And, okay. One of these days I will remember my bone folder for live. What patience. Oh, it's actually really fun. Okay, so you're gonna, I have to admit that my card was nearly completely cased from the catalog. You're gonna see a similar one that Stampin' Up! Created on whatever page is in that catalog. I don't know it off the top of my head. But I did add it, like a couple different tweaks to it and added, I think it's a different sentiment than what they used. So let's just dive in and we'll get going. So you need what I did was a stitched rectangles. This here measures, what did I say? Like 3 by 4 3/8. It's one of the larger ones, but not the largest by no means of the stitched. If you don't have the stitched rectangles, you can certainly just cut a rectangle. That would be easy enough. And I started with the sort of stream and kind of built out from there. I kind of needed a starting point. So if I can find how to open this, there we go. And I stamped it pretty center in my card. It kind of looks like a hat. If you're trying to figure out which way it goes, it kind of goes, it looks like a wizard's hat or so, or a Santa Claus hat. I thought you had a catalog memorized already. You would think, really, but not quite yet. Karen, you're funny. Oh, goodness. And I haven't quite learned all the names yet, so that's going to take me a little bit as well. So we're done with the pool party for now. I don't know about you, but even if I'm going to use another color later on, I still like to close my ink pads. I don't necessarily like to leave them just open. And next I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green, and we're going to stamp the sort of grass that goes on either side of my stream here. And they do pretty much line up as far as like the curves goes. It's not an exact. You can either have them overlap a little bit or have a little space, but for the most part, you'll see that they do kind of line up to one another. So that's the one. And then I'm going to take the big guy. I should be showing you them in the catalog. It's kind of hard to know which one's which. This is the one I just stamped. That was to the left of the river or stream. This is the stream. And then next is this big guy up here. Hi, Julie. Good evening. Thanks for joining me. Okay, and this guy is going to go like that. Like long, stretchy side to the left. And again, oops, as I get ink. A smaller block would be better, but I left the smaller block for my sentiment. So hopefully I don't get green all over the place here. Rule number 1, use blocks that are appropriate for this stamp set. Hi, Linda. Oh, thank you, Linda, so much for my card. I got it the other day. It made me so happy. Brought a big smile to my face. Thank you. That was so thoughtful of you. Next, I'm going to stamp the bridge, which there's only one bridge, so I don't think I necessarily have to show you that. I stamped that in soft suede. And it's so cute. It's such a cute little bridge. I'm trying to catch it. There we go. And he's just literally bridging from one side. Oh, I'm definitely a little higher than my sample. We're going to have the clouds on the lower side of things. Okay, I just have to clean that off because I don't want to, I'm running out of things. Next we have the tree, and there are 3 different trees. There's a smaller one, a larger one, and then a cluster of one. I'm using the smaller one here. Open ink pads is an invitation to a disaster. Yes, yes it is. That's just asking for trouble. Why do I feel like this is small? Hold on a second. Nope, it's the same size. It looks like it's smaller, but I guess it's not. And I stamped 3 trees. This was exactly how it is in the, oh my goodness, I'm definitely higher. Definitely how it is in the catalog. I cased this right from the catalog. Let me just clean that off. And let's see here. Now we're going to do a whole bunch of like sort of greenery. It's very subtle, but I think it just adds some nice dimension. We have these guys here, little ones here, and then the trees. So let me close up my soft suede ink pad here and get my granny apple green. For the lower kind of lying towards the bottom of my card here, I'm going to use the bigger of the grass, this one here. And just stamp him a couple times. Adding the different size grass sort of helps with the depth of the card. So that's the larger one. And then this one here, the shorter one, I think it's meant to be used with these flowers, but I just used it as grass. This stamp set allows for a lot of creativity, a lot of like interpretation. So, you know, just enjoy it, I guess. This one I stamped kind of more in the background and then some over here to the side. And where did I do? Another one over here. Again, just to add a little bit of depth, something fun to kind of look at on your card. Sorry, as I'm going, I'm having to clean my ink, my stamps because I need the blocks. Next, there's kind of 2 leaves. This one's a tighter cluster. This one's a looser cluster. I just used this one here. I suppose I could have layered them up and used both, but the one did the trick, so why overcomplicate things? And I inked it up in that granny apple green and just kind of kept stamping without re-inking. So I inked up once for like each tree, and then all around it just kind of kept stamping. Obviously it gives a different shade and color. Oops, can't get it. Something like that. And do I need my green again? No, I don't. Okay, so that's that. See, when I said I'm using a lot of stamps, I really, really am. The next thing that I'm going to use, there's like 2 clusters of pebbles or stones. I thought they were super cute. Really, really just kind of fun to have some pebbles around the stream here. So I stamped those in Memento Black. The larger cluster I'm going to stamp to the right, and the smaller cluster I'm going to stamp to the left. Like there. And then let me just grab the smaller one here. Where is it? Nope, that's, okay, there we go. It is tiny, tiny, tiny. It is super small. So don't lose it. I feel like it could be easily lost. So keep an eye on that. I'd be super sad if it got lost. My I tell everybody this because I think it's just kind of funny. But my very first class I did, my very first make and take, I was super nervous. It was my first one I had done, and wouldn't you know, I go and lose one of the stamps. And I had a class in the afternoon and a class at the night, and we looked everywhere for it, and sure enough, one of the people attending, thank goodness, found it. It was actually on the bottom of one of my ink pads. But I was mortified. Okay, so next we're going to do a couple of things. First, I guess I didn't end up using the birds. Okay, first, I have this cloud and this cloud, and I'm going to stamp them both kind of on the top, although I definitely went higher with this one than my example. But I'm going to stamp off. I don't want quite a vibrant blue, so this is the pool party, and I'm just stamping off a little. One there. They're low-lying clouds, for sure. Oh, thanks, Linda. Appreciate it. It's a fun set. It really allows for a lot of creativity. So many different things you can do. Let's see if I can find... This is the one, so when I was putting together this card, I just kind of kept wanting to add to it because I'm telling you, it's so fun to play with. But I think I got away from myself. This was kind of where I landed yesterday. I added some birds and I added the wheelbarrow, but it just was too busy. So I ended up cutting the wheelbarrow out and figured I'd save that for a different day. Is this one of the new sets? I love scenery stamps. It is, Carla. If you're familiar with the waterfront and the snow front, it is a very similar look, similar feel. It easily gives kind of like the water coloring look without all the work. Yep. Oh, I make it look easy. Linda, I'm telling you because I cased right from the catalog. I really did. I have to admit that my inspiration 100% came from the catalog. It's not that they are low clouds, but they are in the distance. Oh, there we go, Terry. You've got my back. Look, I definitely went higher, like significantly higher with this one. So just keep that in mind, you know, when you're creating. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so next, while I have everything out, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment. Again, life is better with a friend like you. Oh, then you're going to love it, Carla. This is, did you see it? Look, it's got a cute little gazebo, this little, whatever that's called, a bridge. And then, like I've done with the one I'm not going to use, but you can make a cutest little wheelbarrow. There's so many possibilities. I think this is you guys are going to really enjoy this. So the sentiment again comes from the new Peaceful Moments stamp set, and this will be available. Hold on, let me check. January 3rd. January 3rd, the mini catalog comes out and will be available to customers. If you'd like to be able to pre-order earlier, and you're not a demonstrator, consider joining. You will be able to get your hands on all these things beginning of December. So I'm I'm inking up the sentiment in Memento Black, and I'm stamping it on a piece of Pool Party. It is about 5/8 or so by 3.5 inches. Ta-da! Oh, not bad. I was afraid it wasn't going to be straight. Sometimes it's hard when it's really narrow like that. My suggestion would be to stamp it on a bigger piece of cardstock and then trim it down. But I figured I would take my chances. And I'm going to just cut the one end in a banner because I love banners and I can't get enough of them. One side, flip it over. Oh, that went flying. Life is better with a friend like you. And I just thought this was a great sentiment for this card. It's just kind of a peaceful card. I thought it was appropriate. So I'm going to mat my stitched rectangle on a piece of Whisper White cardstock using Stampin' Dimensionals. This Whisper White here is about 3 1/8 by 4.5 inches. Hold on, let me do it this way. And I don't know, I added the dimensionals because it adds a little bit of depth when you are matting color on color. So when I'm matting the same color on the same color, I like to use dimensionals because it just gives some shadowing and, I don't know, makes it stand out a little bit. But it's hard to mat when you have dimensionals because it's hard to get a good feel. Or are you straight or are you completely crooked? Oh, actually, look at that. That wasn't that bad. Woo! Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, so I cut out a piece of Pool Party. This is in the Designer Series paper, so it would be in the Subtles Designer Series paper, 6x6. It comes all the color collections. And this was cut the same size, 3 1/8 by 4.5. And I just want to remind everyone that Stampin' Up! Has the extravaganza sale going on right now. Lots and lots of on sale. I do kind of go over it a little bit in a video that I did yesterday. I figured it was just easier to explain it in a video than in text. But there's cardstock on sale, ink on sale, 8 different bundles are on sale. The cardstock and ink are the neutrals, the regals, and the 2018-2020. So definitely check that out. Okay, so I just offset the Pool Party behind it. So Hi, Heather. Thank you for joining. It's just kind of peeking out. I didn't want anything like too in your face. Just kind of very subtle background to kind of offset. Oh, the other thing is here, I have it sitting next to me. I also this weekend received the Timeless Tulips stamp set and a matching card project. And for any order from now until the 27th, that's over $50, that's placed through me, I'm throwing all your names in a hat and someone will receive this brand super brand new stamp set. So lots of fun things going on. The extravaganza sale, and I also have I'm throwing a little like incentive in there and a little extra funness. I think I just made up that word. You can pick a ribbon and embellishment of your choice right now with any order over $50. Okay, so this is Whisper White Baker's Twine. And all I did is I took it and I have my 3 fingers and I just kind of wrapped it around in a circle. Get back here. Get back here. And where's my adhesive? I just put adhesive on my back, on the back here of the sentiment. You got to put it long enough that it catches it all. And very loosely just place the circle on the back so that when you turn it around, it looks like that. And in theory, all these guys should be sticking, but even though I said make sure your adhesive goes all the way down, apparently I didn't do that. Okay, so how about that? That's a little better. I think it's kind of fun that the way the circle of twine ended up being was kind of around the word friend. It wasn't intentional, but I like that. It just kind of helps emphasize it. And I'm going to adhere that down with dimensionals as well. And you can just go around the twine. It would be very hard to adhere that just with snail because it would create a bump. So the dimensionals are nice because it kind of goes around it and you don't have to worry about it. I can't believe how much higher this one is than my sample. It's funny. Okay, so I put it right up on my grid paper and line it up. I kind of have it running off the card just or off the stamped a little bit, ever so slightly like that. I apologize for the noise in the background. It's my heater going on and off. So there we go. This is the sample. This is the one we made tonight. If you've been watching and have yet to leave a comment of some sort and would like a chance to win tonight's card, just leave some sort of comment here. And as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to draw a name for someone to receive tonight's card. This beautiful one that uses super hot off the press, a new product, which is really exciting. Again, just a reminder that extravaganza is going on right now. I have a couple of bonuses going on, and I am offering up the Timeless Tulips stamp set and card project. So lots going on. If you have any questions, certainly let me know. Again, the I want to call it the holiday catalog. The occasions catalog will go out mid-December, and if you'd like a copy and aren't a customer of mine yet, I would be happy to pop one in the mail. Just let me know. You can let me know on my blog or an email would be fine. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I think next Wednesday is the night before Thanksgiving. Will I be on? Probably. I do all the prep. I host Thanksgiving, but I should be able to pop on next Wednesday with another card project. So I'll see everyone then. Have a great rest of your evening, and goodbye.